Hello and welcome to another episode of Just a Girl Yapping. My name's Mia and I'm your host. And on today's episode, I'm interviewing AMAIRHA, the editor in chief of EQUINOX magazine, which I'm so lucky to write for. Issue 2 has come out recently, so we talked a bit about that. And yeah, I think it's a really interesting episode, so I hope you guys enjoy it.
So, like the name of your podcast is genuinely my whole life.
I was sitting there for maybe 2 seconds. I was like, should I just like stop overthinking it and just say it how it is?
Right? Like exactly. It's so good though. It's like it's
Thank
catchy,
you.
it's memorable. And I want to know what inspired you to start the podcast. Like I think it's really cool.
I don't know. I talk a lot, so it was kind of just like, you know what? People need to hear this. I do quite a lot
Yeah.
of episodes with my best friend, and we think we're
Okay.
really funny, and so we were like, you know what? We could do this.
I low-key want to have a podcast for Equinox.
You so should. That would actually be a really good idea.
When I'm more free in August after my exams, I'm gonna
Mm,
work on it.
you so should. What would you put on it?
I'm not sure. I think I'd have to make a separate department to plan podcasts. You should be
Yeah.
in it. You should.
What was the inspiration? Why did you start the magazine?
Okay.
Give us the whole story.
I might not articulate myself very well, but
Oh, that's
I'll try my
fine.
best. Okay. Why did I start Equinox? Okay, see, I have ever since I was like really young, I always wanted to be the editor of a magazine because my mom used to get all the tacky tabloid magazines. And I was like, what if this could be something which had more value and which had actually good literature in it? And then on Instagram, I found that there was like already a pre-existing literary magazine community. You know that there's still so many, like Velica and all the
Yeah,
other
there's
good ones.
literally tons.
Yeah, and like they're such big inspiration. So I was like, why not do it? Because my friends were willing to help me. And so like we just got together and just started it one day. And we honestly at the beginning we weren't making a lot of progress. We were not very motivated. Like not all of us were motivated. But by the time issue 1 came out, I think we found our place in the community. And we're just
Yeah,
like
definitely.
happy being there.
Yeah, it's really cool. Absolutely loved the layout and everything of issue two. Oh my God, I
Right?
actually can't speak. Issue two that came out.
Same thing.
Like it was
I,
so cool just watching it all be pulled together.
I can't lie though, I worked on that, like I rushed it because I didn't have a lot of time. The deadline was approaching
Yeah.
and I threw it together really fast. But I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, no, you did so good.
Thank you.
And then, speaking of that, the whole like editorial process, what does it kind of look like for you
So,
anyway?
so I don't think you've spoken to her, but Shivani, my friend, is leader of the editorial department. We
Mhm.
just split up the tasks among ourselves. So I took care of submissions in half of the articles. She took care of the other half. And yeah, I think it maybe took if I did like a lot of sessions, but overall it must have taken about a couple of hours for the editorial altogether between the two of us.
Yeah. But yeah, like what sort of things do you use? Like, are you just working on Word or like,
Also, our submissions and stuff and like our articles, we write them on like Google Docs and Word, but then the actual editorial happens on Canva, and some of like our graphics are like from Pinterest or hand drawn. And yeah, I'd say mostly Canva. Canva is really useful.
I love Canva so much. It's actually
Yeah.
changed my life.
It's really good.
Yeah, YouTube thumbnails and stuff. Canva, love it.
Right?
And then that whole like submissions process, what are you looking for? If there's anyone that's thinking, oh, maybe I need to get myself in on this, what are you looking for in there?
I would say just don't overthink it, just submit because we will accept anything. I'll accept like a grocery store receipt because we just want to hear people's voice. We want to hear their expressions and we want to see what they believe is art because maybe somebody out there, resonates with them. And for issue 2, obviously the theme was Chennai. We got a lot of Chennai based submissions, but we also got like some, miscellaneous ones. But we decided to put all of them in because I think if I was in that position where I wanted my work to be published and then somebody just denied it, I'd be pretty upset.
Mm.
So we didn't really make any edits to the submissions either. We just really want people to express themselves.
Yeah, I think that's really good because then you get like a big variety of what's in there as well, and kind
Right.
of it being an opportunity is really good because obviously it's something you can put on like applications for everything. It's what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's good for your resume.
Yeah, it's really good. I want to do journalism in university, so I'm like, I'm already doing it.
Also, I'm considering journalism, like journalism or English literature
Mhm.
or economics. I know that's
Ooh, variety. Also, I wanted to talk to you about the poetry challenge, which feels like it was ages ago now, and
that was right.
I
A
missed
month.
so many days and I felt awful, but
Oh, that's
we
okay.
did it.
I honestly didn't go into it expecting anyone to send in poetry daily because sometimes you just can't force yourself. You just can't force
Yeah.
motivation. And sometimes like inspiration hits at like random times.
Yeah, you
So
can't
that
just sit down
was
and
really,
write sometimes.
right. So it's like it's fine, but I really, really enjoyed reading all the poetry.
Mm.
Like it was it was amazing. It was like mind-blowing seeing so many talented
Yeah,
people.
I read through, I'm like making it a goal of mine to have read everything on there. I think I'm about halfway through, but there were
Mhm.
so many submissions. Like, I don't
I
know what
read
I was
the-
expecting, but
I
there
think
was,
that was almost 200, which
yeah,
is wild.
it's crazy. But like, I felt so awful because I would like not send one in for like 3 days and then be like, hold
Okay.
on, there was something I forgot to do the last few days, and then send them all in bulk and be like, I hope they don't notice.
To be fair, if I signed up for a challenge like this, I'd probably forget for like a week.
Yeah, no, literally, I was awful at it.
But I'd still go back and reread Notes App Poet. That is so good.
Thank you. I like whipped that up in maybe 5 minutes and I was like, this is peak literature.
I mean, the best poetry is like impromptu, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because I feel like I don't really like editing my poetry because I feel like once I start tampering with it, it's not like in the moment anymore.
Mm,
And it's not that like
right.
raw emotion that you can get.
Raw, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Because it feels a little too perfect, if you kind of get
Yeah.
what I mean. Future goals for the
Mhm.
whole thing. Where do you think it's going? Where do you want it to?
Uh, well, I'd like for us to keep producing content and doing things like the poetry challenge. And I just like for the team to keep growing. Obviously, we look up to a lot of other literary magazines, and we do hope for that kind of growth, but I'd say we're in a pretty good place, and we just hope we keep continuing like this.
Hmm.
And um, I especially want to emphasize, I hope that the team grows because it's been so nice meeting so many like-minded people
Yeah,
with the same interests. It's just been like at school, I can't lie, if I went up to somebody and actually started speaking to them about Equinox, they'd think I was really nerdy or something. But in reality, it's just like a creative outlet. There's
yeah.
nothing nerdy about it.
And there are so many people that have like been joining recently. I feel like every other week we're welcoming new
Yeah,
people onto the group chat.
I was really happy to see that.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's really great. And it's such like a community of because we're all just teenage girls, you know. And
Yeah.
we're we're literally just a bunch of girls just like writing about things and it's so fun.
But also like related to growth, I'd like to like see us do more like social things, like maybe like real life events, maybe some slam poetry or something.
That would
That
be
would be
really
fun.
cool.
I would need people to show up to that.
Yeah.
And also, I want us to like give back to society in a way. Like I know that as a magazine, we're technically not entitled to do like philanthropy, but it would be fun. I've been thinking of doing a book drive.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, I would like also align with the theme.
Yeah, definitely. I just think it's all really cool. I like was looking at I think I submitted to a couple of magazines, but I was like looking at Equinox and all that. And I was like,
Mhm.
this looks really cool because if you just go onto the Instagram, the whole design of everything is so put together and cohesive, and I just think it sets like a really good image, like a this is what everything's all about, and it's really clear in
I think like the emergence of lit mags on Instagram is like really cool because I don't think you could do this 10 years ago. Just open an Instagram page and set up a website and just share your work. You'd have to go to like a publisher
Yeah,
or an
it's so easy. Like the access that we have with social media, and that makes it so easy to just put things out there and have people see them.
anybody can start a magazine now. And honestly, like I encourage people, like you should just do it. Don't overthink it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you can literally just make an account and you've done it, and it's actually so strange.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, then make sure that you do all of the fun stuff, subscribe, like, follow, whatever you're doing on YouTube, on Spotify. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye!